You can use Schoology to add pages which are like web pages. Simply click on Add Materials and choose Add Page. Here you have a full editor, so you need to give your page a title. So we'll call this About Schoology. And this could be whatever part of your lesson you want. Down in the editor, you would type your content. And then once you have your content in there, it's fully editable. So I can highlight, and I have all my same tools that I would normally have. I can italicize, I can underline, I can do all these things that I could normally do, change my text color, etc. So you can really dress this up and make the page look pretty attractive. So here you can see I've done some basic formatting, coloring the title, centering it, having a couple paragraphs. Now there's a couple things to be aware of. You do have some special editing here. You can do a strike through, super, or subscript, or if things don't quite look right, you can highlight it and clear the formatting and start over. Let's say you want to indent something. The tab key doesn't really work, but if you put your cursor at the beginning, you can use these increase and decrease indenting tools to make that work. Otherwise, you have left, right, and center for the most part. One of the powerful things about web pages, however, is that you can hyperlink things. So simply highlight the word that you want to turn into a link, click the link icon, paste in the link to the website, and then you can change the title if you want, but that's the word that I've highlighted. So I'll leave it. Click Insert. Now that is a hyperlink. And I generally like to highlight that, make sure that it's bold, and I do like to underline it too, because that is basically what a hyperlink looks like for most people. They get comfortable with that. That will be a hot link now for students to click on. Now if you have a lot of websites for students to visit, you may want to make a bulleted list and actually have those right on the page for the students to visit. So you can see I can hit my bullet button and then I could simply put my links. Now of course these would be different in a row page. Each one would be a link to a different website. The students have easy access to those. Very convenient. Like any web page, you'll want to add images. Simply place your cursor where you want that image to be. Click on this Insert Content icon. It's an arrow flying into a box. Click that, and then your top choice is to insert an image or media. You can also embed other Web 2.0 content here as well. But for a picture, we'd upload media by clicking Attach File, and then we would browse to find that file on our computer. So let's say mine's on the desktop, and then I would scroll and I would find that. I'll take my Schoology logo, I'll say open, and then it will bring it into my web page. So there it is. And then I can click and drag that around if I want it in a slightly different spot until it appears the way I want it. I do have my left, right, and center, so here I can make it to the right. A little easier to see. If I click on it, I can resize. If I want to get rid of it when I click on it, I can click this X, and there's some advanced image editing if I click this little icon. So then I can make a nicely designed web page that includes images. You'll notice that there's some other popular options under the Insert Content tab. If you're a math or science teacher, you may want some of these symbols, equation part options here for inserting those kinds of text. It gives you some customization there. You also have the ability to insert something straight from Google Drive. So if I click that, I can go ahead and grab a file straight out of my Google Drive. If I want that there, I can click it, say import, and import link. That's probably what you want. You can embed it straight on the page too, and then the student would see the full thing. Import link is probably your most common option. That gets inserted into your page right there, and when a student clicks on it, they'd get a view-only copy of that document. When you update it in your Google Drive, it will update here as well. It does put this docx at the end, but you can simply delete that, and now you have your title of your document. Another popular choice is to insert a video. So if I come down here below my bulleted list, I can come up to Insert Content and choose YouTube. This takes me right to the YouTube app, and then I can search for my video. So here I would maybe want to look through and preview them. I can click on them to preview them. When I find one I want, I click the checkbox in front of it. I click Import and Import as Embed, and then it will put that video right on my page. Now I can't see it here, but when I say Create, it's going to create that page, and that video will be embedded. So there's my page. When the student comes here and clicks on it, there's the page I've created. There's my text, my hyperlink, my image. There's my bulleted list, my link to my Google Doc, and there's my embedded video. The student can simply click on it and play. So This is a quick overview, but you can create some pretty powerful web page design right within Schoology, and students have access to that material in one convenient spot.